Hey guys, it's Carly back with another video, and today I thought I would share with you my personal top 10 horror franchises. This list was actually pretty easy for me to make because I actually haven't seen that many franchises all the way through, like every movie in them. So it was pretty easy for me to narrow down the ones that I feel are really good and to put them in pretty accurate order. So I'm just going to get right into this so that this video is not too long. First up at number 10 we have George Romero's The Dead movies. I've never been a huge zombie fan. That's not one of my favorite subgenres like it is for most people, but I do like his first three movies. They're obviously awesome. And then I thought Land and Diary were pretty decent. I know some people hate those ones. And then Survival is awful. I could barely get through that one. But I mean, if he's got like that's 5 out of the 6 movies that he made are really good, then that's good enough for me. So that's why this is at my number 10. And then next up we have A Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I know these movies, a lot of people love these movies and they would put them much higher up on their list, but it was actually just recently that I watched these, if I'm being completely honest. I think I saw the first and third one years ago, and I've seen like Freddy vs. Jason and stuff like that, but these just weren't movies that I grew up watching, so for me it wasn't like anything special when I watch them, but I think they're really good movies, and part 1's awesome, part 3's awesome, and I am a fan of part 2, even though a lot of people think it breaks the rules, but I like it, and all the other movies are decent too. They're fun to watch. So this is my number 9. Then coming up next, I'm glad I have this. It's the Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit. Comes with 3 movies and Sleepaway Camp 4, the survivor production footage. Pretty cool. I found this when I was moving again because I thought I'd lost it, but then I found it in a crate with a bunch of VHSs, so that was awesome. Yeah, I love the first 3 movies. The second and third movie have obviously a different feel than the first one, but I think they're all fun to watch, and part 4 really kind of sucks, to be honest, but I'll still watch it. Like, it's watchable for me. So that's my number 8. Then coming in at number 7 would be Child's Play. I have the first Child's Play, but it's on VHS, and I didn't feel like digging those out because these are easier to hold. But yeah, I love part 1, part 2, part 3. And I even like Bride of Chucky. I'm not a fan of The Seed of Chucky because that's when it gets really ridiculous. And then I feel like Curse of Chucky was a really great installment to bring the series back. So hopefully they keep making movies and doing what they're doing because I like what I saw. So that's my number 7. Then at number 6 would be Scream. Yeah, I grew up watching Scream. This is one of my mom's favorite franchises. We went to see part 4 together in the theaters when I was 14, so that was awesome. And sorry, I keep saying awesome a lot, I just realized. But anyway, yeah, I love all these movies. They're all, when you think about it, Scream is kind of like the same thing happening over and over again, but then again, I guess so are a lot of other slashers, but yeah, I can watch these anytime. They're great way to bring back the horror genre in the 90s. So yeah, Scream, number 6. Then number 5, I have Halloween. I just grabbed part 4 and 5 because I have them in a double pack here. But this was out of like the Freddy, Jason, and Michael movies. These were the ones I watched the most when I was younger. So that's why these are some of my favorite movies. Even when I was younger, I thought they were all great films. Like I even watched Resurrection and didn't have a problem with it until I got older and realized, like, wait, this kind of ruins everything. And I do like Rob Zombie's remake. I'm not a big fan of H2, but I'll still watch it. Like, I think all these movies have their flaws, like almost all of them do, but they're all watchable and fun at the end of the day, so can't complain there. That was my number 5. Then at number 4 we have Phantasm, which I don't own 3 and 4, and it's been years since I've seen those two, unfortunately. Part 1 and 2 are perfect, in my opinion, and then Part 3 is kind of lukewarm to me, and I don't remember it as much, I'm gonna be honest, but, and then Part 4 I really liked. I really loved how they used the old footage. I thought that was genius. And Part 5, I'm not gonna hold back, I was really disappointed with. I think they could have went a different route and done something a lot better, but yeah, I do love the first 4, and hopefully I can get my hands on 3 and 4 eventually. But Phantasm at number 4. Then getting into the top 3, we have Friday the 13th. I think all the movies in this series are great. They're great fun. I love watching them. I try to watch one every Friday the 13th and around Halloween time. The only one that I even don't mind Jason Goes to Hell, if I'm being honest, but the one that I really hate is Jason X, Jason 10, whatever. I don't even think I've ever watched that movie all the way through, and if I have, I don't remember it at all. I just find it to be unwatchable. But other than that, I do like all the movies, including the remake. I don't think it's grown on me over the years. It's got, like, at first I wasn't a huge fan, but it's gotten better with all the rewatches. So yeah, that's my number 3. Then number 2, we have Psycho, which this might have been I forget if this was my number 2 favorite horror movie or not. I might be wrong, so I have to go back and watch that. I don't keep track of my top 10s or top 5s. I forget them. But anyway, yeah, I love the original Psycho, and I used to watch the sequels all the time when I was like between like 12 and 14. I don't know why. I just went through a phase where I really loved these movies. Psycho 2 is a great follow-up. Psycho 3 is it's almost like a remake. That's what I really like about it. And then Psycho 4 is a great TV movie of him looking back on his childhood. I have not seen Bates Motel, the TV movie, but I love Bates Motel, the TV show, and I'm gonna cry when it's over. So that's my number 2. And then coming in finally at number 1, we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which this is the Meat Pack Weird Edition. I don't even know where I got this. I think my dad got it somewhere and gave it to me. But yeah, I don't know. I just realized over the years that this is my favorite franchise simply because I can watch all the movies in it, and like I watched part 4 last year, and I saw like how bad it was, but growing up I really even liked that one. I didn't realize it, kind of like with Resurrection, I didn't realize at the time like, oh, this is a horrible installment to the series. But yeah, growing up I used to like that one too, admittedly. And then I like the recent one that came out, which I know some people might not. And I know this one's like all over the place with continuity and things like that in the storyline and everything like that, but I don't mind it, and honestly I just really love it because this is the one like horror villain, I guess, Leatherface. He's the one guy that always genuinely scared me. Like I would have bad dreams after watching these movies, and they still creep me out to watch. I think the remake is one of the best horror remakes in recent years. So yeah, I can watch all these movies anytime, and that is why this is my number 1. And that is it for my franchises. Just to recap, at number 1 we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Number 2 we have the Psycho franchise. Number 3, Friday the 13th. Number 4, Phantasm. Number 5, the Halloween movies. Number 6, Scream. Number 7, Child's Play. Number 8, Sleepaway Camp. number 9, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and then at number 10, The Dead. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and be sure to subscribe, and if you haven't already, please check out my podcast. Me and my friend JP do a podcast called the Netflix and Chill Horror Podcast. We're on episode 5. It's on, you can find it on the Horophilia site as well as YouTube. I think he puts it on his channel every Monday, and it goes on, or not every Monday, it's every other Monday, it's bi-weekly, and then they put the podcast up on Fridays. So yes, I would really appreciate if you check that out and gave us some feedback. Thank you again for watching. I'm Carly, and I'll see you next time.